Welcome, Ruby,
Hello.
and welcome, Abigail.
Turning
And
around the
uh,
camera.
so both Ruby and Sapphire are each 6 months old, gray-white, domestic short-haired females, each weighing about 6, 7 pounds. And they both have very sweet and friendly personalities. So welcome, all of you. Thank you so much, Abigail, for bringing these beautiful cats with us today and for giving them a loving home. Really appreciate that. And have a few questions for you. May I ask, what does a typical day in their lives look like?
Yeah. So right here is Ruby, and behind her is Sapphire. And they're both very snuggly, very affectionate girls. Right now they're very playful, so they really don't want snuggles. But I would say when we wake up, oh, now they're gonna tussle. They love to play with each
I can see that. Wow.
other nicely. They don't ever have their claws out, so they will tussle and then they'll sleep together. Um, but yes, when they wake up, they love to come to me to snuggle. Ruby, especially will come up just for like major pets, and she'll kind of like sit down on me and make biscuits all over. And Sapphire, the one who's on top with the little mustache, she loves nothing more than to come and snuggle. And then like if I usually work from home, and as I'm working from home, they'll either chill or kind of play with each other. And we'll take a break to play with a laser pointer or with this right here, which they love as well. And they have a couple special mice toys, especially Sapphire has a little mouse toy that she loves to parade around, and will bring it up and sleep next to me at night. And at night, they will curl up right next to me and go right to sleep, either at my feet or right next to me. And they usually bring a toy to bed with them.
And it looks like they mostly hang out together.
They
Uh,
do. They love to hang out together, and they would do great with a home with other cats. But they also like to play alone. Sapphire, when we're playing like with toys, will sometimes overshine Ruby, who's a little bit more um, shy, I'd say, when it comes to playing. So she definitely lets Sapphire take the reins, and she'll just come up a little bit herself too.
okay. And how did their settling period look like? How did the adjustment to your house look like?
Yeah. Ruby was a little bit more shy when she first came to me. She was definitely a bit unsure. She hid a little, but honestly, within about 3 days, she was quite confident coming right over to me for pets. And even though she was very scared, it was clear from day one that all she wanted was pets. And she'd kind of sit on the fringe and look at me. And if I came towards her, she'd run. But if I just sat there, she like would slowly make her way over. And from day one, Sapphire right here was obsessed with me, really wanting to cuddle into my shoulder. Very, very, very sweet and snuggly, and really just like a big cuddly cat, even from the very first moment I got her. Even when she was a little bit nervous, all she wanted was snuggles.
So even though they are doing very well together, they each have their own specific personality traits, which leads
Definitely.
me to the question, if you would have to choose three main adjectives to describe Ruby's and Sapphire's personalities, what would they be and why? And if you have
Yeah.
like an anecdote or a story that you may be willing to share with us about them.
Yeah. So Sapphire, who is right here, is, I would say she is snuggly, affectionate, and curious. She loves nothing more than to snuggle into my shoulder and literally just like keep snuggling. But she also loves to look outside and honestly break into any possible thing she can in my house. She's very curious and a little bit mischievous. And but overall, she just loves to be affectionate. I'll be working at my computer desk right here, and in the middle of a call, she'll jump onto my shoulder for snuggles or to sit in my lap. Um, and then Sapphire, I would say, is sweet, a little bit shy, and then also curious. Sapphire loves to look out my windows at anything going on outside. And she also loves to come up for snuggles and pets, but I would say, while, hold on, Ruby, they are very one and the same at sometimes. Ruby loves snuggles and to get pets and to look outside. Sapphire loves to be in my arms. Ruby does not like to be picked up, but loves to snuggle with me and like be pet, while Sapphire wants to be picked up and snuggled at all times. Sorry, that's a little bit confusing. But
No, that's okay. It's very easy to mix them up. They are one and the same, like you said.
Sapphire right here wants to snuggle in my arms and sit with me during meetings, while Ruby wants to come sleep with me at night and be pet, but she does not want to be picked up. So Ruby does not want to be picked up yet, but she loves to be with people and loves to watch her people and loves to look outside. Sapphire wants to snuggle with you.
So what would you say an ideal home for them would look like?
Yeah, I'd say definitely for Ruby, a home that has people willing to give her love, but maybe not any little kids, because she gets a little bit frightened when people walk at her, like just like walk towards her very quickly. And I'd say, you know, little kids might not know how to be, you know, more gentle, while Sapphire loves nothing more than people and to come up to all people.
Wow, thank you so much. That is very important. And question for you is there is anything else that I haven't asked you? I haven't asked the question about how do they like to play, because that is obvious. I can see that. How they enjoy playing. And is there is
Yeah.
anything else that I haven't asked that you think is important for potential adopters to know?
Yes, I would say both of them would do well with another cat, obviously, as they love to play with each other. But also I'd say they both have a little bit of a mischievous streak. They will open drawers in my house and they love to look outside. So you just kind of have to be careful that you have to be careful with your stuff, because they love to explore and are very curious. And also they very much love their laser pointers.
I can see that. Thank you so much for bringing them here, and hopefully they'll be able to find their forever homes. Thank you for giving them a loving home, for your time. And for those of you that may be interested in adopting, that would be, the website would be bit.ly/adoptable sapphire, ADOPTABLESAPPHIRE. And for Ruby, it would be bit.ly/ADOPTRUBY. Thank you so much, Abigail, for bringing them.